quick intro for the YouTube video. This is Marche. This is another video analysis video. We're looking at Samus versus Pikachu again, this time Hugs versus Axe. This is at EVO 2015, and this match, this is where Hugs 2-0s Axe. So we're mostly looking at whether Hugs is mostly just getting reads or if Axe is doing unsafe pressure. Hopefully we can get a little insight into what goes wrong for Axe in this particular matchup. The video is on Camp Brooder's channel. There should be a link to it in the description. If there's not, please pester me, because I do want to give credit to the content providers, since obviously I'm not one. And I don't know if he's the actual person behind the EVO stream. If not, then obviously credit goes to that team as well. So there's nothing else to do first, so let's start the match.
Hugs versus Axe. Hugs versus Axe. Oh, why don't we take a baby step back? Super Smash Brothers Melee. Here, right. I know that Dummy on the right. Yes. HUS got who does a lot. This is a hammer.
So they do start on Battlefield. I'm assuming Axe probably bans Dreamland, and I guess probably Fountain, right? Dreamland and Fountain, or he might actually no. Axe probably banned Dreamland and FD, and Hugs probably banned FOD and Yoshi's. I don't know. Dreamland and FD, I don't know for sure which one banned which. Quite frankly, a lot of players view Battlefield as neutral, so they might have just kind of assumed they were both starting there and banned accordingly.
Cool. Wait, are we going in? I hope we're not going in. No way we're going in. This is a ham warmer. Please tell me it's a ham warmer. Okay, it's a ham warmer. Whew. Okay. All right.
Quality of this video is
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I'm not ready. Right. We started with 1,800.
Not super great, but
down
that's fine. I don't know what just happened. Okay.
32 players. And we did it. It was increments, right? So yes.
No real reason to watch the hand warmer, I don't think. Axe doing his normal, just shield drops and aerials. No upbeat practice from him, which, whatever, not a big deal.
On the screen before you are players who both won in winners their first pool and
Hugs practicing very similar stuff. Whatever.
The other Samus goes up to 1-0. I think we're ready. Blur told me yesterday that this
okay, so they didn't just strike the Battlefield. That was their warm up. So they start on Yoshi's. So Hugs probably banned Battlefield then, because that's tricky for Samus's recovery and not so much for Pikachu's. So it was probably Battlefield, and Hugs might have actually banned Final Destination then, because Fountain is not an awful stage for Samus. I don't know. It's also just a stage that Axe likes, so maybe he banned that. I don't know. This is why I like when they show who wins rock, paper, scissors, because it's a little easier to see, to guess what they did when you know who gets 2 in a row and who's just, you know, banning one and then picking the stage at the end.
Impossible matchup for Samus. Right, because when I think Crimson
okay.
I'm calling left the god for this. Axe, sure. I think that's fine.
Oh, they didn't have a time limit. So
Axe flopped it. And I believe he said West Point. No. Something like that. Something like that. All I remember was Axe was definitely in there. So we're gonna see if that plays out. I know that Hugs doesn't like this match.
Projectiles immediately. Axe isn't trying to go in too hard right now. He's actually kind of playing the stage control game. But yeah, Hugs kind of just stole it away from him. I don't think Axe really does anything unsafe here. Hugs just goes for the down air while falling, and
he says that Axe or Pikachu can just kind of fly.
I don't. So I guess that's kind of just good timing from Hugs. He pretty much covers like this whole area. Like any option where Axe went to the platform here, he covered. I think he covers. Well, if Axe went to top platform, then he wasn't going to punish Hugs, and Hugs was just going to get stage control back, which is what he wanted anyways. So Hugs honestly covered a really smart area there. Obviously, if Axe had just stayed on the ground, he would have had a very free punish after that. But it's usually a pretty safe bet to assume that Axe is going to try to meet you halfway, not wait for you to do your thing. And I think he's been doing that. He gets this hit right here and kind of follows up immediately. He's not really giving Hugs a lot of room, so there's no reason that Hugs would think that Axe would just wait on the ground. Yeah, so, I mean, he does react. He has the tech in place. I don't know why Axe does that up air. Samus is a pretty grounded opponent. I don't know why he would have thought Hugs went up. That might just be Axe's panic option, honestly, here. And, I mean, yeah, he gets punished for it. His options here are pretty limited. I would have preferred to see Axe just double jump up and land on the top platform. I think just falling really... I mean, it really limits his options for where he can be, and I mean, Hugs just wave dashes back, gets him. Yeah, he showed that down air too early, honestly. Yeah, I mean, this grab is just on reaction. He shows this down air way too early in the jump, which, I mean, you have to with a down air. It takes a little bit before it comes out, but if he had just double jumped and then come down with a late nair, I don't think Hugs would have been as sure about this grab.
And also, I don't think Samus can really kill this game, but right now Hugs is making it look good. Yeah, 67%.
Yeah, okay, so this is another thing, just Axe loves the ledge hop nair, and Hugs just puts a missile out to cover that. Yep.
Yeah, 67% so far. Yeah. He was actually, I caught up with him a little bit before, and he was
good shield drop.
Try to treat Pikachu like Fox. You know, very, very difficult to keep Fox out as well, but... He was telling me that he's going to try
so I don't... Is this intentional?
You know, very, very difficult to keep Fox.
I don't know why Axe jumped into that bomb. Probably just not really thinking.
He thinks about Pikachu in the same way, you know.
Yeah, Samus is up B. It's good.
Hold his ground. Right. No, I definitely think there's similarities. I mean, they I've heard Pikachu called a poor man's Fox before. He's got that is like tax money. Yeah. He's got a great dash dance. He's got a great nair approach. Before he's got that is great like tax money. Yeah.
So
I've heard Pikachu called a poor man's Fox before. I think there's similarities.
Trying to figure out what's different right now that Axe isn't really getting punished by Hugs at all. So he catches... Okay, alright. So he catches Hugs facing away from him. And this is something that applies to a lot of characters. You actually don't really want to turn your back on Pikachu, because it... Like, Pikachu's pressure isn't that strong. Most like shield grabs and stuff can catch it. And especially in this matchup, the usual thing that you turn around shield for is if you expect a cross-up nair. But Samus can't do that, because if you turn around Pikachu cross-up nairs on your shield, and then you go for the shield grab, and your grab is super slow. So Axe can't get hit by that. And yeah, Hugs just wave dashes back. So Axe, the full hop up air is usually Axe's go-to follow-up after a cross-up nair. It's not really that safe, but it's very easy to punish if the opponent is looking to cover that option. It's not like a tight timing window at all. However, most people usually do like wave dash after the cross-up nair just to get out of the range, because that also protects you if he goes for a grab or if he goes for any grounded attack.
Definitely think there's similarities. I mean, I've heard
what was Hugs trying to do there?
No, I definitely think there's
Why? I don't understand this jab at all.
Right. No, I definitely think there's...
I really don't understand this jab. Hugs literally just throws this jab out. Okay, so Hugs kind of stopped reacting here. That's all I can say to that. Axe gets in with the up air because of it, gets this down air follow up. And that's where it starts to get dangerous against Pikachu. When you give up, or I guess rather, that's like when you can start getting your damage in as Pikachu, is when they let you get those up airs that you can follow up. Because you saw there were up airs earlier in this match that all Axe could get to was, another up air. So altogether that's like 7 damage or something between both up airs. But here, here he gets 20 damage in 2 hits. And when Pikachu starts getting that damage, when you start getting them out of crouch cancel range, then things start getting a lot scarier for characters like Samus, who, otherwise can just hold their ground for the entire match. So they're both standing. Alright, so this up air, I pointed out earlier an up air that was just like a panic option. Here, because he's facing backwards, the up air actually hits him. So that whole time, if Axe was facing forward in this situation, if Axe were facing forward, he'd be out, like you can see, he'd be out of range for Pikachu's grab because it's awful. And he'd also not be able to hit with any aerial except for forward air. He could jump cancel up smash, but that's a very high commitment move when your opponent's, already sitting there in shield. I'd much rather, honestly speaking, there's no reason that Axe shouldn't just wave dash away here. Samus's only option out of shield that's fast at all is an up B, and that won't, well, I don't know, that might clip Samus's or Pikachu's tail here. It's hard to say. It does stick out a little bit. But certainly he's not going to get caught by the grab trying to wave dash away, especially not Axe. His movement's way too fast, and he's going to immediately be doing something else. So the grab the up air though is it's pretty safe. Samus isn't very fast, so it's difficult from this position for Samus to get up and punish it. He'd have to immediately jump nair, and even then I don't know that it would actually hit. Actually, a jump up air would hit, but again, that's kind of in the range of Pikachu's up air, in that it doesn't really do much damage, and against it's really only useful against fast fallers.
Yes, that is like hack money. Yeah, he's got a great dash dance.
Yeah, so tricky movement, he gets that late nair. So, alright, I don't like this. So we see Axe with all this stage control. Hugs is on the ledge. Why? So I think he was expecting to hit him the other way, because he immediately nairs the other direction, unless he's like really worried about that Shy Guy, which I doubt. And then I don't like that.
Yeah, he's got a great dash dance. He's got a great nair approach. Yeah.
So he wave dashes back and then wave dashes away. Samus isn't that fast from the ledge, so I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah. But he doesn't have like a shine, he doesn't have some of those other...
Yeah, so this goes back to what I was saying earlier. Pikachu's shield pressure isn't really that safe, and it's more about mixing up your timing than it is about actually like having good frame data, like Fox multi-shining would be. And against Samus, that frame 1 invincibility on up B, plus the fact that up B's hitboxes are just good, they come out really fast, all of this shit. Any Samus main would have done this up B and gotten, or could have done this up B and gotten away, gotten that punish. Okay, so this is probably a tech flub from Axe, this tournament winner, and I get some punished for it, but more importantly, I mentioned earlier, just the standard response to that like any character can do to getting cross-up naired on shield is wave dash back the direction Pikachu came from, and then throw out a move. I'm actually really surprised Axe shields here. Probably expecting just another up B out of shield. I disagree with that because Hugs hasn't been doing that. The only thing Hugs has done in response to cross-up nair so far has been to wave dash away. So he does. Hugs goes in, and this downward angled forward tilt probably would have shield poked him even if he hadn't. Even if I think Axe tries to spot dodge here.
But he doesn't have like a shine. You know, he doesn't have some of those.
Yada yada. Cross up. He actually, it looks like he's jumping out of shield. But regardless, I'm pretty sure he would have gotten shield poked at either way. Good DI actually getting down there. You know what? Actually, he wasn't expecting to grab ledge, I bet. So he probably was just double jumping to start his recovery, and that's why he got the tournament winner. Hello, Eric. How's it going?
Yeah, up tilt with a very
so we've got, yeah, there we go. So that time, Axe just sharks the edge. He has invincibility, so whatever he was afraid of that first situation, clearly he wasn't afraid of here. I don't know why Hugs. So he's under 100%. I don't know why you would roll in this situation because Axe, you know, this is on reaction. This is 100% on reaction, this up smash. I guess Hugs was worried about doing a neutral get up and getting red. A get up attack should have been pretty. Oh no, okay. So a get up attack again. He was invincible, so that wouldn't have worked. What he could have done was just retreat to Randall because Randall comes out like right here, doesn't it? Yeah, so Randall comes out and we can see Randall. So he could have just retreated to Randall, burned a little bit of the invincibility, and then sweet spotted the ledge with the grapple. But it's not that big a deal. It was a pretty high percent. Bread and butter combos. It was off a grab, which, yeah, so that's down smash. Against most characters, I would actually consider that a pretty reasonable down smash. And he does it, he sees Hugs crouching, which is why he does it, because down smash is a multi-hit move. It does beat out crouch cancel. And with this positioning, you know, there aren't really any options that Hugs can do, you know, other than shielding, which beats this out. So if you're against a character that's a little bit less defensive than Samus, you're probably going to get either have them go to ledge here or hit them. Against a Sheik or, well, pretty much just Sheik. I don't think anyone else really camps platforms the same way. You might see them retreat to ledge here, but again, Samus is a pretty grounded character, so the ledge isn't really an option you're going to expect. Or, sorry, the side platform, not ledge. And also she's not great on the ledge, so that's not really her plan either. So it's pretty reasonable to think that Samus is going to stay here. Unfortunately, Hugs does go for the shield instead of just continuing to crouch cancel. I don't know if the crouch cancel was a bait. I don't know how. That's just something I would have to be reading his mind to know. But he does get the punish. Gets, you know, the standard grab. Misses that down tilt on the missed tech. I'm really surprised Axe missed that tech. I'm wondering if he must have tried to tech after the down throw and gotten locked out. Bread and butter combos. Axe smashes out up air. So I don't really agree with mashing out up air here. That said, Axe is probably a little bit smarter than I am in this situation. So does he have a jump? That's what I want to know. Because what I would have done is mash out, jump nair. Alright, so I think he lost his jump there. So that up air, against like a fast follower like Fox or just a character with worse recovery in general, that up air had a chance of kidnapping and setting up for a kill. But against the Samus, that's not really going to happen. So I would have wanted a move that is going to do a little bit of damage. Get Samus a little bit closer to not being able to crouch cancel. Because that's always a big goal in this matchup. Samus, it's really hard to take space away from Samus, and when she can crouch cancel, it's even harder. So yeah, Axe just holds the spacing. So this is the first time that we see the up B response to a cross up nair. So now, like at this point, I think it's reasonable for Axe to start worrying about it. Before it was, I think it was too. I don't think he should have been defending himself from it, and I think he actually got punished for it. Hugs just holding his ground, using the up B. How much does the up B do? It's what, 12% here? Yeah. So it's 10-12%. It's nothing to laugh at. But all right.
Yeah, and you see Hugs fishing for it, just like you said, Token. Yep. I've noticed Hugs really looking.
That's an interesting.
Yep. I've noticed Hugs really looking.
So he read a roll there, which I assume he read a roll there. If that wasn't reading a roll, I don't really know what it was. But it's a Samus. I don't know. You shouldn't really be trying to read rolls against a Samus because you can kind of just react to them 9 times out of 10. And, well, I mean, I don't know. Definitely just flow of the match. If you're used to playing against other characters, obviously, it's not unreasonable to think someone else might roll here. It's just Samus specifically, they're very much not looking to roll. And I don't know, the only other way he could have gotten hit by that was if he wave dashed in and tried to run through Axe, which that's not really a Samus thing either. So yeah, I don't know. I think Axe is just overthinking it at this point. I don't really know that he's panicking so much as just being a little bit on autopilot. He gets away from that anyways? What? Oh, okay. Hugs was in his own. So Axe, you know, he committed his double jump, so he's only going to land so far away from Hugs. I disagree with the upward angled F smash just because spacing wise, it hits around here. And in order to actually fall past the platform, like unless Axe extends his hitbox with a forward air, it's just not going to hit him. Yeah, I don't know. Who recovers first here? Okay. So I mean the sequence was reasonable. Just in terms of how fast Samus's grab is, like he knew he couldn't just shield grab from over here. But I don't know. This covers more options than it looks. If Axe had just gone for a spot dodge, this probably would have hit him. I actually might have just gone back way too far. Okay, yeah, it's right here. So yeah, it would have gotten him with a spot dodge. If he'd wave dashed a little closer with that, he probably would have caught the roll away too. I don't know. I personally, as a Samus, or if I were Samus, would have gone for a down smash there just because it's so fast. Axe wouldn't have had time to roll away like that. Yeah, I mean, this is just all on reaction. Good DI. No way for Axe to get the follow-up on that. Yeah, I mean. So Axe actually plays really patient here. I don't know why Hugs went for that forward air. He should have had... Yeah, he had ledge pretty much for free there. And like Axe wasn't covering it. Axe was in shield even. Like, I guess he was expecting just another jump up air. I don't know. I really feel like he should have just taken ledge there. Because if he was... Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, that was bad.
His ground. Have like a thing Pikachu has, you know, his anti-fog. Yeah, but it seems like what kind of like he hugs. He threw a smash tag out there. First time, unfortunate.
Here we go.
Looked like Axe.
So could he have reached platform here? Because if he wanted to do a high recovery, I don't know why he didn't just go to the platform. Like if he was afraid of getting stuck on ledge. I don't know. Obviously, it does backfire. Axe was playing patient here, and whether he intended to bait this out or not, he did, and he got the kill for it.
Smash attack out there. Hugs unable to punish. So Axe up for the first time in the set.
So Pikachu a little faster on the ledge. Axe not afraid at all to just go down there and burn out Hugs' invincibility. So they sort of just play the spacing game for a little bit here. Axe, is that a tech flub?
I think it's so funny how Pikachu's up there does so little damage. Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure what Axe wanted with that dash attack. That's weird spacing to Nair. I can't imagine he would have landed on stage unless he like really held it back. Was he going for a pivot? Was that a pivot F smash?
I think it's so funny how Pikachu's up there does so little damage.
That might have been a pivot F smash input that he messed up, which would have worked. How timing wise?
I think it's so funny how Pikachu's up there does so little damage.
I'm convinced that he wanted that. I actually don't know if it would have hit. Samus rolls actually pretty far, but that's the only thing that makes sense to me, unless he like horribly screwed up an up smash input. Yeah. And yeah, Hugs wins the spacing game. Did Axe? What did he grab there?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Nah, he F tilted, which in most matchups I kind of agree with it. It's one of Pikachu's best ways to move forward and kind of hold on to his space a little bit. But Samus is just so much better at that. All of Samus's tools do pretty much the exact same thing and have more range. So it's really hard for Pikachu to win exchanges this way. Man, I don't know. I always encourage Axe to play. Well, I say that as if I actually like say it to him, but I always like hope for Axe to play a little bit more conservative than he does. But I don't think he can play the stage control game. I think it's fine to play the spacing game, but I do think Samus has to kind of pull, or Pikachu rather, has to pull Samus around the stage and kind of take engagements while Samus is moving. I don't think you can really challenge a Samus that's kind of just set in place like this.
And it has set knockback, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it has set knockback.
It does.
So like Pikachu sometimes, especially for
Yeah, so Axe
knockback, right?
just kind of uses top platform here.
So like Pikachu.
Yeah, I don't know. Pikachu shield is bad. If you're gonna use it in this situation, you have to light shield. Yeah, it's just a free shield poke otherwise. Yeah, Hugs reads that, takes it away. I'm trying to think. Did he think he had Randall? No. Nah, he just thought he'd get ledge there. So it was a good read by Hugs, just taking the ledge there.
Amazing edge guard option.
Yeah, that right there was phenomenal. And that's what he's actually doing in the chicken a lot. That was a nice attempt from Hugs. So
yeah.
He does down tilt.
So this is all. I'm gonna play this a little slower, so that I can hopefully sort of show why. Like, this is all basically guaranteed what Hugs is doing. None of this is like surprising. So he gets. Yeah, so that's just a crouch cancel down smash. Basically a free response, and that's why it's so dangerous to actually be doing the things that Axe is doing. So he's also, why is Axe stuck in his shield here? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna do the things that I said I would do. So he puts out, yeah, so he fakes that he's gonna go up and cover high, which encourages Axe to try and get to the ledge really quickly. Immediately drops down, puts out a missile. If Axe had actually just done a 30-degree angle, just to snap to the ledge instantly, he would have been perfectly safe here. And I don't know if this is a comfort thing, because this is the 45-degree angle, just notch of the control stick. But I don't know. Again, if he had gone for the more difficult 30-degree angle recovery without double jumping, the missile would have just been too slow. But he doesn't. He gets hit by the missile. Hugs immediately takes ledge away. Oh no, he doesn't. I guess it's early actually. No. I guess he's just trying to convince Axe that he was taking ledge. Because that does, either Axe is going to go high in response to that, or drop down like this. You're not going to see someone, like, start to wave dash and, like, still go for a sweet spot. So Axe drops down, he does grab ledge, and, like, Hugs had just shown Axe that he's willing to do that he's ready to do the grab ledge and then neutral get up edge guard routine that, like, you might do against a Sheik. And it's not so much that edge guard works perfectly against Pikachu, but once you've shown that you can do it, suddenly the recoveries are a 50-50, rather than Pikachu focusing on the ledge, which honestly, even when you know he's going to ledge, it's kind of difficult to deal with. So just showing them that you're ready to do that, Pikachu players are very often going to stop favoring the ledge as much and start going to stage at least half of the time. So he, ledge hop nair, he had invincibility. Was he too slow here?
That right there was phenomenal. And that's what he's actually been doing in the neutral game a lot.
Yeah, so he was a little slow putting out that neutral B. Pikachu does have less vulnerability on tech in place, so he might have just gotten the timing wrong, or he just thought about it too late.
He does down tilt, staying on the ground, or forward tilt to like zone Pikachu out.
We've got Hugs just sort of controlling space.
Couch cancel and get a down smash. So Axe actually has to be pretty smart about how he does that nair approach, or he'll get crouch cancel down smash.
Yeah.
Even if it looks like he's an open.
Samus crouch cancel is so strong. She's one of the heaviest.
So we've got Axe moving around the stage a lot better than he was earlier. The big difference right now is that he's going to platform. When he stays on the main platform, like he sometimes does, and does all his movement there, Hugs isn't really being pressured because Pikachu's options just don't beat Samus on the ground. It's unfortunate, but they don't. But when Axe starts going up to top platform, he's got more options to work with. The timing for when he actually comes down on Samus is a lot different, especially because Axe is so proficient with shield drops. And just in general, it encourages Samus to sort of start moving. And that's when you can catch a Samus out of her movement, she's not ready to respond as quickly, and doesn't have crouch cancel set up. Well, actually, ever. A Samus that's moving is never crouch canceling. ASDI down, yes, which still works just as well at lower percentages. That's not really the case here, obviously, but it just overall, it shifts the match in Pikachu's favor if you keep things moving. And Axe's weakness, unfortunately, is that when it doesn't immediately get Hugs to start moving, Axe's response is usually just to go back to main platform and go in again, rather than staying on the platform and waiting for Hugs to do something. But
prominently featured in the Smash Dog.
Right.
And like at that time he was just kind of like trying to get back into the game.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think Axe wanted that normal get up.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Axe was probably with a tech flub. He did regular get up from the ledge.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Pikachu definitely has better options.
Yeah, and just kind of like walked into that. Ooh, 31%.
So Hugs is actually, he's gotten him with a couple of these down airs this game. I guess it looks like he was trying to get under him and up smash.
Yeah, and just kind of like walked in.
Yeah, that was actually a really good, just a really good jump in general. He jumped slightly. Alright, so he turns, immediately jumps. it actually made me think he jumped forward a little bit, but he didn't. He starts moving back after the jump starts, though, which he's kind of just conveying that he's looking to retreat. He's making it ambiguous. You know, it's ambiguous whether he's retreating to side platform or top platform, but it looks like he's doing one of those two things. And then, I don't know, did he start the down air before or after Axe started to move?
Yeah, and just kind of like...
Yeah, so he starts the down air as soon as Axe starts to move in. And you know, this is just safe. If Axe goes in at all, he's going to get hit here. And if Axe doesn't go in, this honestly is pretty hard to punish. Like, all things considered, I'm actually not sure what option Samus could have gone for that would have lost to Axe here. Like, I think actually the only thing that would have hit him out of that was just a quick short hop forward air, which actually at that position might have actually been good to hit with, because it would have put Samus like in the air right above the platform, which is, you know, it's too low to actually put an aerial out. Samus can't really mash anything out in response, and obviously it can't be crouch canceled because Samus was in the air. So that was actually a situation where it would have been okay for Axe to do that. I don't know that Axe expected Hugs to land, though. I think Axe was expecting that Hugs was going to one of these places, one of these platforms, and that Axe was just going to position himself right here and have stage control.
31%.
Yeah, we see that same jump to platform and drop down missile again. Axe actually does the same thing that got him hit the first time, which is that he jumps so that he can do the 45-degree angle instead of just upping immediately from here with a bit of a more difficult angle, but would have been much quicker, would have been no time for Hugs to get any of his options out, or even to take ledge or anything like that. I don't like this up tilt that Hugs does. It really, you know, this missile already forces Axe to go low. If Axe doesn't go low, he's getting hit here. And this up tilt, like, the hitboxes, the active hitboxes are, no matter what Axe does, are covered by Axe being invincible. So this up tilt can't do anything. Axe, yeah, there's a little bit of a slow up smash after that wave land. I think Axe was originally planning on the on his normal nair, and sort of just reacted to the fact that this up tilt could never hit him, and just doesn't get the up smash out in time. Yeah, I said it before, slow grab, and not really any space to follow up his grab either, so Hugs just goes for this down tilt. The way the dash in plays is because it's, you know, a few frames faster than dropping shield.
Invincible ledge dash, that's a good option.
Yeah.
For Axe.
Four-man Fox.
Invincible ledge.
So Hugs does that up air, because Pikachu, the only way Pikachu can hit him is with the down air, and that the up air just comes out faster. So, Eric, I don't know how much delay you're on right now, so you might have said this before I said it, but the missile already covered up B straight, so there's no reason to throw the up tilt to also cover that. And it's something that you see players do pretty often, even at a high level, is just cover the same option two different ways. I'm not a fan of it. I don't know, because it wouldn't have covered up B. The missile forced Axe to either get hit by the missile by recovering straight, or go low or high. Going high would, you know, he would have just been open to whatever on reaction, and going low, exactly what we just saw. He has ledge invincibility during the up tilt, and Hugs almost got punished for it.
Josh, that's a good option.
Yeah. Four-man Fox. Wow. Hugo actually...
Yeah, so this is... something interesting. So Axe technically has stage control there, but because this started from a position where Hugs has stage control, and the game is all, like, this game is Axe trying to take space away, the gameplay gets a little bit one-dimensional. Normally, we see Axe using space to move around, and what we see here instead is, like, Axe just almost sticking in his shield to protect himself from Samus's up B counter, or counterplay with up B, rather. And all Axe is doing is inching forward, all Samus is doing is inching backwards, and Samus is a lot better at this game, and it ends with that one hit is just as much damage as anything Axe could have. I don't think Axe actually got anything out of this sequence. Yeah, he didn't. So Hugs just wins the exchange entirely. Man, Hugs just keeps doing that missile, that land on platform, drop down missile. I don't know that I agree with it here. There's way too much time for Axe to respond. I don't know. It doesn't really force Axe into anything here. I would have preferred to see him put out a homing missile where it just, like, Axe doesn't really know what to expect. Like, I don't disagree with putting a projectile out. Like, he had all the time in the world for it, but that straight missile doesn't pressure Axe in any way. If he puts out a homing missile, suddenly Axe is thinking a lot harder about what can he do with that missile and where is that missile going to be. So this is a really good charge shot. It hits, right? Yeah. So even if he had timed that a little bit a little bit differently, or if Axe had recovered like lower or further away, because Pikachu's up B has, like, it extends his hitbox in between the two legs of it, and also after the second leg if you don't sweet spot it, that was almost guaranteed to hit. I'm not sure that Axe actually could have protected himself from that. So that missile. So I actually, what I wish Axe had done here.
It's a good option. Yeah, for Axe.
Four-man box. Wow.
Is I wish he had double jumped out here above the missile. I mean, he probably could have seen the missile coming, quite frankly. Hugs has done the same edge guard every time. And if he had double jumped up here, he would have had up B to platform. He would have had up B to stage. He would have had up B high to the center platform off to the side. So I don't know. He might have been looking for Randall. Randall is there. He could have done something really cute with, like, up B left and then up right and try to land on Randall, but I don't know. Hugs is just covering this edge guard really well. Pretty much as soon as Axe went down instead of up, this is almost guaranteed. And so that missile that I was criticizing Hugs for earlier did pretty much force this situation. It forced Axe to choose high or low. I still don't think the missile was that great because I don't think that missile was the reason Axe went low. I think that was just a decision he made before the missile even came out, that he was going to go low here. But at the end of the day, he went low. He got edge guarded. He died. And that's game one.
Straight up the stage.
Okay. No.
Is like, it's not designed.
So I don't know what Hugs is banning here. It might.
Your favorite over Hugs.
Wasn't Battlefield. Wasn't Battlefield. I can't imagine he banned Yoshi's. He must be banning Fountain, which is normally a really good stage for Samus, but I don't know why he'd be banning Fountain. What did he ban? He didn't ban Dreamland. I know he didn't. Actually, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he did ban Dreamland. I don't know. I just don't really agree with this with Battlefields as a Samus stage. Oh, I'm an idiot. He probably banned Stadium. I'm sure Hugs banned Stadium just because Axe's movement is so good. The stage is open. It's got a low ceiling, wide blast zones. It's pretty hard for Samus to kill Pikachu here. I do think it's a great stage for Samus. I think it would have been fine to let Axe come here, especially where Hugs has been winning the stage control game. But Samus also isn't going to do as well on transformations. There are a lot of things in play. I'm sure this comes down to player preference, especially in a matchup as weird as Pikachu-Samus. The things they like on individual stages, honestly, are not all that different. The stages that benefit Pikachu benefit Samus for other reasons. The stages that hurt Pikachu hurt Samus for other reasons. Like, Pikachu loses kill potential on Dreamland, but it gives Axe a ton of room to run around, which clearly Axe, if he wants to make use of that, Axe is uncatchable. Axe's movement is incredible.
And like,
but whatever, they end up in Battlefield.
I really think that,
Not just this tournament,
Neutral start, okay. So we do see Axe go for a forward air. It's kind of unusual. Well, we see it multiple times, so I guess he's trying to mix up his game plan. I don't agree with him doing it when Samus is on the ground. Yeah. So Axe is a little bit. You'll see this down tilt, nair. You'll see that sequence constantly from Axe. And again, it's a good sequence. It puts you behind the opponent. They can't really do anything out of, like, once they shield the down tilt, they can't really stop you from doing this. However, Samus, like, this up B out of shield, like, every Samus is going to do that. And especially if they know that the nair is coming, just even more, they're going to be ready for it. So I would like to see Axe not nair quite so often after the down tilt. He doesn't need to. He has stage control here. This, especially, like, it's kind of even right here. Like, Axe, obviously, he has center stage, but, like, this is pretty even. Once Axe gets that down tilt, he has control. If he's going to go for a follow-up here, like, he's way better off going for, and, well, I don't know if you can react to this, but you can actually see that Hugs doesn't crouch cancel this or ASDI down or anything. And you kind of should know that that's the case anyways because Hugs wave dashed in. But, like, after this follow-up, I'd much rather see Axe either dash back and start a dash dance or just go for a grab immediately. That's one thing we haven't seen from Axe at all, actually. I don't think he's gotten a grab a single time. He's gone for one or two, but I don't think he's landed any. But whatever. So he does the obvious thing. He does the, not the obvious thing, but the normal thing. Gets punished for it. Some damage. Hugs holds stage control, catches him out of movement. And again, this goes back to what I was saying where if Axe is just sort of moving around on platforms here and going back and forth between platforms, he's never going to get grabbed. Again, that was good timing from Hugs on that grab anyways. Like, Hugs is coming down between the platforms. Or, oh, not even. Okay, never mind. That was a weird forward air. Okay. I guess Axe is a little bit desperate here. I don't know.
She's really honest. Yes. But the thing is, like, she's like, so her downsides, you know, she can't combo. Like,
yeah, so this is something I've brought up in some other videos, is following up projectiles with a grab, because the most common response to a projectile is to shield, and not a lot of players are are ready to act immediately out of their shield when the opponent isn't right there. So he shields. He's not very far away, so he doesn't.
Here's how I feel about Samus. She's really honest. Yes. But the thing is, like.
Yeah. So he wasn't ready to buffer anything out. He could have jumped immediately. He could have wave dashed. but all he was really thinking about was shielding the missile. He gets grabbed.
So her downsides, you know, she can't combo like the top tier.
Axe could have gotten...
She's like,
So he gets this. He might... No, he didn't. Oh, he got stuck in shield. Okay, never mind. So if he didn't get stuck in shield there, guaranteed Nair follow-up. I don't know, standard Pikachu thing. He did get caught though, so...
She can't combo like the top tiers. She can't do all these crazy things, but the thing is, you can't do a lot of those crazy things to her.
Yes, that's true.
You can't combo Samus like the other top tiers. You can't edge guard her that well.
Yeah, okay, so that's what I was talking about in the first game. The Samus's grab, if you position yourself right, it covers spot dodge, it covers roll away, and it covers holding shield. So you do have to be really careful. You can dodge it on reaction if you're waiting for it.
Wow. A lot of the time you're forced to play her again.
Yeah, a lot of times what you want to do, rather than buffer or roll away, you're actually better off buffering a jump by holding C-stick up, because Samus only has so many options that cover high, and they aren't immediate. Other than like an up air is probably the fastest option. The scariest option is probably up tilt, but you can get away from that on reaction if you're ready for it.
That's what Hugs is a master of. So,
and like the game's kind of
yeah, okay.
like little trades,
So,
right, little hits, and it's never clear to me like how is Hugs getting these edges and running away.
Oh, Hugs
little trades, right, little
crouch
hits,
cancels this but doesn't get anything.
Like how is Hugs getting these edges and running away?
Yeah,
from things,
okay.
Right?
So Hugs was definitely going for a crouch cancel there. I guess he just mistimed his C-stick down.
He just has solid fundamentals, strong edge guards, and I don't know, he's just out trading and, you know, putting on more percent than Axe is.
So when Axe is in this situation though, so like yes, he lost this exchange here, he gets up B'd, but when Axe is in these situations, Samus is getting nickel and diming him the same way that Pikachu's up air nickel and dimes Samus. So in this situation, even though it doesn't seem like Axe is getting a lot, he's limited Hugs to getting just as little, whereas normally he kind of normally on stage when these exchanges, like, you know, Axe wins 50% of exchanges, loses 50% of exchanges, but Pikachu puts on way less damage than Samus with grounded options. And yeah, Eric, I've brought that up in a lot of other videos. I've brought that up in the weekly discussions on some of Axe's videos. Axe is really willing to, like, imagine Hugs shields this Nair. Shields this Nair and then wave dashes in towards center stage, like he did a lot in the first game. Just Axe is on the ledge. He gave all of that stage control up for free. It works out here, which is fine. But it's such a dangerous thing, and Axe does it so often. It's really scary when he does that. Alright, so so Axe still has stage control here, even though he's on platforms. He's not holding main platform, but he's still putting a lot of pressure on Hugs, just showing Hugs that he can't just come in. He puts hitboxes out where Hugs might be trying to move in towards center stage, and here it works. Here it catches him. Doesn't get the reverse tail spike here, which is I assume he wanted it. Yeah. So that use of the projectile was actually pretty good. Of Pikachu's projectile was actually pretty good. It's any time that a character is in the air, their options for dealing with things are a lot different, because if they want to do any of their grounded movement, which is usually, for most characters, grounded movement is vastly superior to air movement. So the idea, I'm going to land and do some movement, first off, it requires them to think, half a second ahead in the match, as opposed to like right here and now. And it's also, it's a big commitment. It's a commitment to, I am not going to do a single air movement. And here, that's what Hugs does. He commits to landing, covering his, just covering like a rush in. It hits him. Again, people's reactions to projectiles is usually to shield. So these follow-ups from Axe, I think Axe was hoping that Hugs wouldn't be able to crouch cancel it, because that is a classic Pikachu combo, is the aerial hit of the neutral B, pops them up, and like pops them up right into you after you went all the way past them, and gives you that free up smash. Doesn't work here. He could have grabbed, again, hindsight 2020. Not as big a fan of this neutral B. I don't know that anything else would have protected him from that missile, but Hugs, very much on reaction, could have just wave dash forward and done anything to him. That's such a high commitment move. Wave dash forward, even if he wasn't expecting the missile to trade with the neutral B, he could just hold down and then forward smash him when the neutral B hits him. So just a very risky thing from Axe, and not a lot, and just not really being aware from Hugs. Hugs hold stage control. I'm actually surprised Hug short hopped here. So I think Hugs actually read exactly what Axe wanted and thought that this Nair was going to catch him. Slightly different timing, maybe it would have, I don't know. He even waited on the Nair to meet him with a strong Nair. Hugs, lands, and shields, why?
That's one of Pikachu's weaknesses. Let's not forget that Pikachu is definitely not, top tier character.
Okay, he shielded for the up air, which is smart. Axe does it very often. And Axe has also been sharking his landings a little bit. So all in all, big thing that Axe is doing wrong this match is not grabbing at all. We see Hugs in his shield really often, but he does a really smart thing here, and like Hugs held his shield button, and then even though the move he was trying to shield whiffed, he immediately moved out of it. He didn't get stuck in his shield, which is even top players do this very often. As soon as their game gets a little bit disrupted, is they shield and the thing they were expecting to hit their shield doesn't hit their shield, so they hold their shield more.
Beautiful spacing by Hugs. That was a wave dash out of the way and a forward smash.
So wow. All right.
Yeah, beautiful spacing by Hugs. That was a wave dash out of the way. The damage output is definitely a thing.
Pikachu's shield is so bad. Wow. All right. So that actually gets shield poked. That's crazy.
Yeah, beautiful spacing by Hugs. That was a wave dash.
This. All right. When you do that forward air and you don't follow it up with a grab, I'm just really confused. Axe is very clearly not thinking about grabs at all in this match. And I don't really think Pikachu gets a lot out of grabs, but what it does give you against Samus. All right, let me start from the Pikachu isn't going to get a lot of damage from grabs. He's not going to get kills from grabs. But in this matchup, what a grab does, or I guess more importantly what a throw does, is it instantly gives Axe stage control. And he's not doing that at all. Sorry. He's not doing that at all. So, he goes for that forward air, and it hits in ideal circumstance. It hits right as Hugs goes in the air. Literally the most amount of vulnerability Hugs is going to have in the entire game is being in the air and getting hit by a super weak multi-hit move low to the ground. And he wave dashed, he air dodged down, whatever. He immediately shields because Axe hasn't been going for grabs. There's no reason for Hugs ever to not shield in this match, because Axe is just strictly not trying to grab him. And Samus's up B out of shield can cover anything dangerous that Axe is going to do in shield. What Axe does do is neutral cross up Nair. Not an awful option here because he did have no stage control. Well, he was invincible though, so he shouldn't have been worried about stage control. Whatever. It ends with like even stage control afterward. They're both moving, so Hugs dashes forward, which, again, that should always be a red light against a Samus player. They're never actually dashing forward. Dash forward is an awful option for Samus. So he's probably going to wave dash back. Let's see if I'm right. No, he actually shielded. It's a weird option. I don't know. It's not like it was bad, but putting Axe on a platform doesn't really do anything for Samus. Or, sorry, putting Pikachu on a platform. Putting Axe on a platform is probably a good thing, because you know Axe is going to look to come down and be aggressive more. If a Pikachu is using the platforms more to say, like, I'm not going to play your game, I'm not going to fight you if you're just sitting still and holding your position, then putting a Pikachu on a platform really doesn't do anything for you. So we do see, yeah, Axe challenges him, gets his own little weak hit. Okay, so we saw this in the first game too. Axe... Alright. This might actually be a super next level, like Axe is putting a hitbox out and canceling the move with Samus's bomb, because it's not super significant damage, and, you know, the like, canceling the move out early, like as soon as the hitboxes are gone, is theoretically worth that damage. I just don't think neutral air is that move. I think if you're gonna do that, you want to get in there with your sorry, I don't think up air is that move. I think you want to get in with your neutral air that does like pretty reasonable damage, or maybe even your down air or something. I don't know. Whatever. Regardless, he went for it. Didn't work out. Axe gives him so much room on the ledge here. Not unreasonable because Hugs can do a ledge hop fully charged B here. I honestly would rather get hit by that though than give up all that stage control, because if you get hit by that, you don't die, you don't give up stage. The only thing that changed is that you took percent. Hugs for some reason goes for that roll again. He did a similar roll in the first match, and well, the same up smash happened, because you can do it on reaction. It's also, Hugs does this because he doesn't want to, you know, do the simple option. He wants to do the safe option here, but like, it puts him closer to Axe, gives Axe more time to react. I don't know. He gets killed by it. He actually, if he had jumped here, he would have jumped over the, I think he would have jumped over. I'm pretty sure he falls into this. Should have hit, it should hit him here if it, yeah. So Hugs actually literally falls into this. He could have bombed, he could have jumped. Hugs knows it. Yeah. I don't have the webcam, or there's a player cam on this YouTube video. I don't have it showing on the stream right now. But Hugs very clearly knew that he fell into that. So Hugs just holds stage. He's not going up to platform because he knows Axe is going to come down first. He doesn't have to go up to platform. He actually gets a little sloppy in his movement and gets caught because of it. So he goes for a grab here. And the reason it doesn't work is because the other grabs he's been doing in these situations have been in reaction to Axe showing an aerial from high up. Here, he drops down, does a super late aerial, Hugs is late to react, and you know, he gets hit out of his grab because of it. More up Bs. He actually, wow, okay. So Axe actually punishes him even though he gets the ledge cancel here. Ooh, okay. So Axe's spacing is slightly off here. He shield stops. So he shield stops, sees that Hugs went back, and I think he might have... he might have thought that Hugs did a down smash there instead. The first few frames of down smash and up smash actually look kind of similar. And he absolutely, that wave dash forward absolutely would have been the right response if that's what he did. The up tilt obviously does catch him, gets the neutral air follow up for free. Axe gets stuck in his shield. But why? Why? I have no idea why Axe shields here. There's literally nothing that Hugs could have done here. Hugs could have dash attacked? No, there's nothing Hugs could have done. And he actually holds shield long enough to get grabbed. So this is what I said this a little bit. You should always be ready when you shield. If the option that you thought you were going to be blocking doesn't come out, you want to move before your opponent gets his next option out. Because the thing is, even if you block his next option, he just got you to hold shield, drain your shield, and then also hit your shield. So now you're playing with low shield, which as a Pikachu is super awful. Your shield already is awful. Your tail sticks out, and once it drains a little bit, your feet stick out. Drains a little bit more, your head sticks out. Drains more. Now you're playing with an M&M, and even if you light shield, you have to angle your shield in order to block. So, all in all, it's just not pleasant, especially against the Samus, whose forward tilt is really good for shield poking. I'm surprised Hugs went for the tilt here instead of just a dash attack. I'm pretty sure dash attack does more damage. I don't think stage control was his concern because, his normal, he would have dash attacked, landed here, done his normal platform land, drop down missile. Instead, we see him just grab state. So, man, Hugs is obviously more comfortable on the ledge than I am as a Samus, so I don't know why. So I'm making a bigger deal out of this than obviously he ever would, but like, Samus on ledge on Battlefield is so much worse than Samus on ledge anywhere else because Samus can't really get on stage as cleanly as Samus does at other stages because an immediate ledge hop jump is fine, but if you drop and you have an empty frame and then you jump towards stage, you hit the top of Battlefield and then you're screwed. Hugs just rolls. So Hugs was very much reading Axe, going for the quick ledge grab. He doesn't even immediately roll. So I don't like that. If you're gonna wait, I think you should just do a normal get up. Just take advantage of the ledge invincibility. Extend it a little bit with the normal get up, and then you have time to punish this platform land. He does get away though, so I guess it's not awful. Just if you're not really playing to actually hit Pikachu, you shouldn't be taking ledge. Because Pikachu, well, yeah, if you're playing for stage control and not for damage, or not expecting to get damage, then what you should do is stay under the platform and just not let Pikachu come back on. Because if not, then you're going to miss your whatever attack you put out because Pikachu has 1,000 options coming back from stage. You're going to let Pikachu get the platform, and then you're going to be stuck on the edge of the stage. And, Hugs didn't get hit there or punished for it, but he was on the back foot. Unfortunately for Axe, Axe did his normal neutral air forward. He actually messes up the input. He let go of forward before he entered the air, so his distance actually got cut in half. Yeah, he just kind of awkwardly floats in. Hugs just down smashes on reaction. Probably would have gotten down smashed anyways because Hugs was at crouch cancel %. He gets 2 projectiles, so hey, we see, Hugs shield. Did he Phantom hit that? No. Yes. What? gone. Power shield? No, he takes damage.
What do you think Axe is afraid of?
I talked about this on stream with White.
I'm confused. Anyway, so he shields here. So that second projectile prevents... If there was only one neutral B, Hugs absolutely would be wave dashing onto the ledge here. But there were two, so it actually protected Axe for this recovery. I honestly would have liked to have seen Hugs just wave dash away here, because that way, if Axe went for recovery onto stage, then he would have been right here to punish it, because Axe, he would have landed right here. Axe does his usual ledge hop nair. Hugs follows him. I am expecting a down tilt or down smash right here. Didn't get it. Clips him. Okay, so he clips him with that. Yeah, I don't know. Hugs is just sort of retreating and just taking advantage of the fact that retreating gives him extra time to react to what Axe does. Every time that Hugs retreats while Axe goes in, which 90% of the time that Hugs retreats, Axe is going in at the same time because that's just the way Axe plays, and it just gives him all the time in the world to react. He gets ledge. That stupid missile, we've seen it like 1,000 times this set, where you shield it and the missile like starts flying. It tilts at a weird angle and then flies at an even weirder angle. It's just so dumb. So we see Axe get stuck in his movement here. He blocks the shield. So he didn't make the mistake he made earlier. He didn't wait in his shield, which would have let him get grabbed. He does immediately act. Unfortunately, a roll isn't really a great reaction to have. A wave dash or just a jump up to this platform would have been much better. And we see another wave dash back, punishes at... Oh, yeah. We see Hugs wave dashes back while Axe goes in, and Hugs gets a punish.
He was sitting like, he looked like a sitting duck in the middle of battlefield, and Axe took the bait. Hugo with another wave dash back forward smash, and takes the stock at like,
Okay, so Axe almost gets this up smash, which I think was good to go for. He sees Hugs do that weird jump that got him punished in the first game. He jumps to this position, like right under the platform, which is really weird. Unfortunately, Axe just reacts a little bit too late. The nair does hit pretty low. You can see the up smash coming out, and it just doesn't... It's like, I think it's one frame off, honestly. All of this is just Hugs kind of winning the poke game. Yeah, so, the up smash was coming out. There was no way that Hugs was, or that Axe was crouch canceling or even ASDI down. So Hugs immediately follows it up with another hit. Gets his shield up. So, I mean, it would have been unreasonable to expect Axe to grab there. I wish Axe had taken that opportunity to retreat, though, just get his space back. He has stage control. Axe doesn't need to feel pressured to get a hit in right here. And, like... I don't know. He would have been a free hit if he had if he had planned to crouch cancel, like, a poke like that, but clearly, he wasn't expecting it. This is just on reaction to seeing the F tilt come out. It's late. He loses his stage control. So this is what I was saying earlier about this position. When you wave dash in as Samus and grab right in front of them, it covers them spot dodging in response to the wave dash, which you can condition someone to do that as Samus by wave dashing forward and down smashing. You will see them start to spot dodge if you do that. I keep forgetting to try to talk about this from Pikachu's perspective. That's the whole point of this channel. But so just don't get in the habit of spot dodging every time Samus wave dashes in. The fun thing about this, if he down smashed and you rolled in reaction and you rolled behind him, the down smash would cover you from cover you on the backside. And if you spot dodge in reaction to this right here, then this grab covers your roll back. So what you actually want to do, you either, if you're doing something on reaction to wave dash in, you want to like jump or something. It's risky because if he just jabs, then he gets the tick grab set up on you just like being in the air, which is, you know, also awful. What's better, just hold shield. Hold shield until the split second after he wave dashes in. And then, you know, if he does an immediate attack, then you've shielded the attack. If he does the grab, then you can jump away from the grab, or you can spot dodge the grab properly. Just like do your timing as if he's going to wave dash grab every time, and you'll either shield his attack or you will, you know, dodge the grab. So he gets hit here. He actually, okay, so that's the tick. I keep calling, friggin' in Texas they call it, or it's either Texas or it's a fighting game term. I don't know. It was Tourney Locator stream that I started using this terminology, but just your opponent's in the air in front of you. This jab is super safe because now, unless they react here, they're not going to get an aerial out. Don't do this against a Peach or a Luigi. They will get an aerial out. Also, don't do this as Pikachu because your jab sucks. Your jab just, it doesn't function this way. Pikachu and Marth can't. Pikachu, Marth, Roy. I think that's it. Pikachu, Marth, Pichu, Roy are the four characters whose jab really doesn't work for this, for various reasons. And Ganondorf as well. Ganondorf's jab doesn't work. But anyway, so yeah, Axe just falls right down. Doesn't even have time to hit the ground. Actually, he couldn't have gotten his shield up or anything. The only reaction that I could have expected from Axe that would have gotten him out of this was mashing jump, which is dangerous for other reasons. He gets hit. Hugs was trying to land on platform. Alright, and we see this again. Axe falls between the platforms with an aerial and just gets grabbed. Hugs has hit him with that so many times. And it's because Hugs is in this position right here, which is actually super awful against players that know how to shield drop. The fact that Hugs is getting away with this positioning so much this match is actually crazy, because Axe is literally the best shield dropper in the game. But it did work. He got the punish. He went for the immediate neutral B. I don't know neutral B setups. I'm sure this was just like hoping that Axe was still holding away. I think Axe literally didn't DI this. I think that's what that is. And, you know, he jumps over it. I don't know if this is on reaction. He's not jumping away, which confuses me. Man, was that on reaction? Okay, that might have been on reaction. Because if he was expecting the neutral B, I would have thought he'd jump to this platform here, which would have given him a lot more movement options. And Jesus, you can see like that's literally the only thing that could have protected him from that dash attack was the wave land back. Does he get a punish? He's not ready for the punish. So something that you're seeing from Hugs constantly is that he wave dashes back and he's always ready to punish his opponent immediately if they go in. And that's just part of the Samus playstyle. Axe, you know, he has that extra step. He lands, he wave dashes back, and then he dashes away first before he tries to get, because he's just not expecting it. And, you know, you see Hugs shield it because, again, Axe has shown that he's not going to go for a grab. And he gets shield grabbed here, yeah. Yep, he gets shield grabbed there for it. Man. Alright, so Pikachu versus Samus. The Samus player has gotten like 15 grabs or something, and the Pikachu player has gotten 0. So that's probably just the story of this set, quite frankly. But yeah, so, Axe wasn't ready to punish that approach after his wave land. Another player that I actually see struggle with that is Hungrybox. When Hungrybox starts to play a little grounded, he does these awesome wave dash aways that like it looks like he should still be getting hit because it's that weird like crouch thing. Like the landing frames from wave dash still have Jigglypuff's like crouch thing that ducks under a lot of moves, and you'll see him dodge some moves in with some pretty awesome wave dashes, and then dash away rather than immediately punishing, and as a result, that option gets blocked or dodged, and then he gets punished instead. Yeah, Hugs goes for the tilt. I wonder, at this percent, maybe it's not a free dash attack, or he's just worried. Well, yeah, because, I mean, you miss the tilt, you still have stage control, and at this point, like, that's the entire name of the game for him, and that might actually be the reason that we saw him stop going for the dash attack later in the set, is just because he knows that he's winning the stage control game. Alright, so we see him, he finally does just retreat from the ledge entirely. He knows that he doesn't need to keep Axe off of it. He has the lead, he's been winning stage control. He actually just barely misses that. I think he did the right thing here. If Hugs had shield drop there, Axe would have gotten hit by the back air. Yeah, he reads the roll away because Axe has been responding to the wave dash in. Axe has been reacting all the time to that, and also just in general. Normally after an up smash, Pikachu players are looking to immediately do something. So, double whammy. Gets that. Launches it. I don't know if he's doing this deliberately to trade with this neutral B, or if he's doing this to try to hit Axe. I hope not to hit Axe, because if so, it doesn't work. And he shields at the ledge, because he knows Axe isn't going to grab him. I don't know why. Axe had so many opportunities to grab here. And he wave dashes back, because he knows that Axe's next response, he has stage control. He doesn't need to go for a punish there. I'm surprised Axe doesn't... So I'm surprised Axe doesn't like buffer a spot dodge here or something. He might have wave dashed back too early for that. That might have been just in response to seeing it, but I think we saw earlier he did a wave. One of his responses to Axe going in like this is to wave dash back, jump, and then do a late neutral air. Not even a late, just like a neutral air as he kind of, like halfway up. And I think he might have just been a little late doing that. Oh, okay, Axe even gets him before he lands. So that was good from Axe. Good 20 damage or so. He's hounding him with these neutral Bs. I actually think this would have been a great situation for Axe to grab ledge, where, where Hugs dropped that low. He still would have gotten hit by it. So we finally see Hugs' double jump fair actually work on an edge guard. And it's a really weird situation because it actually, this time it doesn't even get him back to stage. Axe might actually get ledge first here. Oh, no, he goes for the forward smash, and it hits. It hits. That was actually very good timing. So that's the unfortunate thing about not landing on stage with that forward air, is that Axe knows that this is now panic option. He is going to immediately do his recovery option. His recovery option could have been to grapple the wall here and do like a wall one of the silly recoveries that way. It would have given Axe forever to grab the ledge if he wanted, but he does that instead. I absolutely thought Axe was going to get hit just because of how close he is to the stage, but he doesn't. It's not a sweet spot, and he gets the kill. He doesn't get the kill. Wow. Okay. Good. Good DI. So what we could be seeing Axe do is actually go out and try to as Hugs is starting one of these down Bs, do what I talked about earlier, which is this would actually be a good situation to use the up air because all he wants is a tail spike. There's nothing else that really matters here. He just wants to interfere with this recovery, take away the bomb, hit with a tail spike, and then just up B back to ledge. These neutral Bs aren't really pressuring Hugs in any way. They just come out too slowly. He can't put enough of them out. They don't have really a favorable angle since Hugs is coming from up high. Just all in all, he kind of just gives away the stage by doing this. And at this point, he doesn't even need extra percent. And even if one of these neutral Bs hit, that's really all it is. It's not going to interfere with the recovery. Just one more bomb jump, and he's basically where he would have been anyways. Alright, so we finally see Hugs do a normal get-up. Axe absolutely was ready for the roll here, because that's all Hugs has been doing all game. And he does try to go in and get the up smash afterward. It didn't work. Once again, he's only a frame or two off from actually hitting it, but that's all he needs. Ooh, Hugs. I'm surprised Hugs went for it there. Interesting. And a dash attack on the ledge? Why? That dash attack was supposed to be an F smash or something. I don't know. Axe does the same option from the ledge. I don't know. Hugs is so close to the edge here. I actually don't know why he does this. He's actually too... Did he have time to react? Alright, so I don't think Axe is really reacting here. I think he was probably expecting Hugs to wave dash back, because that's more in line with the way he's been playing. Whatever. Axe has stage control now. He's probably going to blow it. No. Well, okay. So he technically didn't really do the wrong thing here. I do think you need to be a little more careful than this with your up air. He was obviously trying to get a tail spike like over here. And unfortunately he got the late hit, which pulled Hugs in, and now Hugs has stage control. Yeah, oh god, he grabbed. Alright. Sick. So this is what I was saying. Hugs has been just been waiting after like every weak hit. He's been waiting for a neutral air. So he finally gets a grab because of it. He tries... Okay, so this down air isn't that bad. He's reading a double jump from Hugs, which is what he got. Because it put him so high that if he had just gone for an up smash here, it would have beaten out an air, because it just would have come out first. Or at least it would have traded. I don't know. But by going in immediately, he does bait out this jump. Unfortunately, he does two things wrong. First off, that up air is awful. That up air doesn't do anything, ever. If he was going to up air, he should have short hop up aired immediately after the down throw. Oh, wait. Alright, I lied. So that up air does actually do one thing, which is that... And, oh yeah, and Hugs even DI'd in for it. So if he had gotten the up air there, it actually would have been an instant thunder into kill. So, he was going for a kill there. I was going to say he should have neutral aired instead. Just because it's a lasting hitbox, it would have been, even if he missed it the same way where he went up too fast and Hugs, even though Hugs jumped, the nair was too soon and he went above, he could have fast-falled back down and still clipped him with the end of it, had an edge guarding situation. Not that Axe has been getting anything out of edge guarding situations. One thing we haven't seen from Axe at all that we see him do against other Samuses, or that we've seen him do against Samuses in the past, is grab ledge early and just harass the Samus with up Bs. And it's not that it really guarantees anything, but it's an opportunity to steal bombs away. It's an opportunity to eat a jump, eat a grapple, eat, you know, any sort of defensive options. If you hit them as they're trying to start, you know, their second bomb in a bomb jump, suddenly they don't get that bomb jump and they drop pretty low. Same with if you just take the bomb away from them. If you... well, yeah, and it... You know, every time you hit them, it makes them drop a little bit. It obviously, if they're recovering high, you don't want to do this, but like, we haven't seen Axe going for it at all. We've just been seeing him throw out like a lot of neutral Bs, most of which like Hugs literally couldn't possibly get down there to be hit by it. So whatever, he gets hit by that. I feel like here Axe is actually expecting to get hit by this missile. I think he's waiting to get hit by it. Because if not, I don't know why he didn't just up B immediately, like, after the missile went over. And I would have liked to see him actually do a quick up B to platform here. I don't think Hugs is facing the right way to grab ledge, so I don't think he's worried about that. Hugs hasn't actually been doing that in a while. No, okay, he did actually threaten to grab ledge there. Okay. So Hugs is using, or rather Axe is taking more advantage of his space, but not in a very put together way. Like, we see Hugs, like, clearly showing that he's trying to hold his position, that he's not going to let Axe, like, just come in and take it. Axe is more loose. He just kind of, he goes all the way back and forth, and doesn't, you know, obviously doesn't get anything off of it. Alright, so this is what I was talking about. Up smash. Just not a very safe move. I don't know. Like, we still... That one grab wasn't enough to convince Hugs that Axe is going to be going for grabs. That Hugs can't just be in shield. Still just neutral being. They're not hitting. He goes low. I would have liked to see here... I just want to make sure it played out the way I thought it did. So Hugs because Hugs jumped up there, Axe could have immediately dropped and jumped away neutral aired with the invincibility, and at this percent I think it would have killed. I honestly, so he did successfully bait out a high up B, which Hugs did, so that, you know, he doesn't just do an over 100% get up and just take the ledge away. But like, this is the other advantage. You know, if he had waited on ledge, it would he still would have gotten hit by it. If he had done it late enough not to get hit by that, he wouldn't have been able to hit Hugs afterwards. I would have liked to see Axe just do after he grabbed ledge, either immediately drop back and try to hit him with a nair, or just come back on stage. And if he doesn't actually end up baiting out the up B that way, then whatever, nothing happened. And like, as long as he up B'd there, it was an opportunity to forward smash him and kill. He does get that. So end of the day, it wasn't awful. Yeah, he wiggled out of this up B, which is really important. If he doesn't wiggle out of this up B, not only does he not get the kill, he actually would get punished there. And I think Hugs actually does this waveland because he thought Axe was going to be in a knockdown situation. But instead, we see... Yeah, so we see the high up B, and Axe does take a little bit of a gamble. Hugs could have just stayed on ledge and grabbed it again. Not that he could have really gotten anything off of, like, after a whiffed up smash anyways, but Could Axe have grabbed ledge, let go, and then grab again to refresh, and then just roll, and Hugs dies? He could have. So the thing is, Axe doesn't have an invincible ledge refresh. So I'm trying to think. That might have worked. So the thing about doing that, though, is that when you do an option like that, you are committing to the entire sequence, rather than just like a single read on Hugs is going to jump a little bit higher than he should here, or Hugs is going to drop down and sort of have an awkward up B height. When you do that option, from the moment you grab ledge, you have to be reading, he's going to double jump, see that I grabbed ledge, drop down, and then try to up B at an ambiguous height. And even then, I don't know for sure that he would have been able to refresh his invincibility before that happened. So whatever, Axe gets the kill, stage goes to edge. So going to edge is scary. I would much rather see him feel confident enough, and again, his percentage has a lot to do with this, but I would much rather see Axe kind of running around the platforms once he gets Hugs to come down to main platform, just use the platforms to run around, because instead he gives all the stage control to Hugs, which to continue beating this horse to death, this whole set, Axe has been losing the neutral game exchanges because he can't control the stage. Hugs reads the approach there. On the other hand, though, it's worth noting that when your opponent is controlling stage like this, they're much less likely to come over and just like swat you off of the ledge. So it's you're running out the invincibility for free in return for losing stage control. Shield stop, immediate dash forward, down tilt, they both whiff a move. Axe wave dashes in and gets punished. So, not to say that Axe necessarily did anything wrong in there. At this point, I don't really know what he's expecting from Hugs, so I don't know what, maybe he was reading like a wave dash in and he was going to preemptively up smash there. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, that was just another one of those sequences where every now and then you'll see Axe kind of forget that he can back off. We've seen it. I've stopped and gone through a few of those sequences slowly, and he just, he's inching forward. He's not rushing in, but he never backs off. He just keeps inching forward, and he's against a character who's much better at inching backwards than Pikachu is at inching forwards. Not to mention, if you look at what Hugs is doing, well, okay, so I wanna sort of mention the difference in nature between wave dashing back and wave dashing forward, because every time you wave dash as Pikachu, it's either 12 or 13 frame commitment. I'm not 100% sure about the number, but it's one of those two things, which is pretty long. When you wave dash away from your opponent, that commitment, you don't really see it, because it's just, yes, it's a commitment to move for a certain amount of time, but you're moving away. You're not really going to get hit by that unless your spacing was awful to begin with. When you wave dash forward, that's 12 frames that you are moving toward your opponent, the thing that wants to hit you. You're moving toward that opponent, and there's nothing you can do to protect yourself in that time. And the result here, I think Hugs actually got his read wrong. I think he was expecting like a neutral air or something at this point. And, it catches the wave dash forward, because once Axe wave dashed, he couldn't do anything else. So he gets hit there. Hugs actually doesn't turn around here, so it's a little awkward. Yeah, this situation's a little weird, because neither one of them lands on platform. Definitely, I agree with Axe dropping down all the way. tries to... He's actually... That would have been a really cool... No, that would have been awful. If he had hit that up air, he actually would have gotten down smashed. What does Hugs go for? Alright, so Hugs actually goes for a turnaround jab and misses it. I don't know why he wanted the jab anyways. I absolutely would have gone for like a... anything else. Jab... Oh, I'm sorry. Hugs is at 0, not Pikachu. Alright, so that jab actually could have done some interesting things. I'm not 100% sure. But, yeah, so Hugs does... You know, he puts his shield up very briefly in case a move came out immediately, and then wave dashes away. Blocks a cross up nair. Did he wave dash in place? I think he just dropped shield here. No, he spot dodged. Okay. I just want to point out how strange it is. Like, in the middle of a match, when when Samus is doing Samus things, and then all of a sudden you see Samus's dash dance. And it's the funkiest thing, because you just never see it. Actually, yeah. So again, Axe goes up to top platform, drops down, and actually gets something out of it. He drops down with a late aerial, doesn't give Hugs time to react to it. And it just gets him a lot out of the neutral game that he isn't getting when he's trying to challenge Hugs on main platform. And you see, this wave dash back, again, it's a commitment in terms of you can't do anything else for 0.2 of a second, but you're moving away, but you're not, moving yourself into danger for 0.2 of a second, you're moving out of danger. He starts moving. At this point, I think Axe is just trying to get his movement back up. He knows the situation is really dangerous for him. He doesn't want to rush into anything. He knows Hugs is just going to poke. He does encourage, like, by going to platform like that, he actually draws Hugs in. Man, he gets this shield here. When you get that, you have to, be ready for the wave dash in up smash, or wave dash in grab, or wave dash in whatever you want. Eric, yeah, I don't think I said it very clearly, but yes, once I realized that Axe was at 100%, or 160%, not Hugs, yes, jab absolutely would have popped Axe up. Probably for a free nair, or at that point, maybe a tilt would have killed, maybe a jab F smash. Hell, second jab, probably also would have been pretty good in terms of just hitting Axe, at least far enough to have to upbeat a stage. Again, Hugs. Yeah, so Axe does his normal full jump up air, and his options from there are to double jump or to come down with another aerial. Hugs probably reacted to the second aerial here. Yeah, he reacted. If Axe hadn't come down with an aerial, Hugs probably would have just gone back to wave dashing or shielding or something, just not moving. So that closes out that stock. He has his neutral B again. So we see it again. We see that that cross up nair when he has all the stage control. And shocker, stage control's gone. So that's actually the first down air I think I've seen Hugs whiff this entire set. And it's because Axe actually held up. He wave landed onto the platform. So it's a nice sequence. Unfortunately, Axe gets a little too tunnel visioned on continuing that chase. He's actually getting pretty good damage here. So at this point, Axe is desperate, and yeah, he misses his recovery. So just I want to go back and just before I finish talking about this set, I want to talk about this sequence. He gets a follow up, or rather he gets like an advantageous situation because Hugs whiffs the down air. I can't believe Hugs went for a fucking grab after that. That's insane. All right, so Axe deserved So Hugs deserves to get hit there, but the thing about this, Hugs is you know, he's not just at crouch cancel percent, he's at ASDI down percent. So if that, you know, if that grab hits, that's awesome. If it whiffs, if it misses, or rather if it gets preempted, then it means Axe has done an option sort of like this, that he can crouch cancel. The only thing Axe could have done here that would have beaten this out, alright, the two things Axe could have done here are up smash and grab. Or down smash, but that's risky for other reasons. You can DI out of that and punish Pikachu. So, you know, he gets that. That's the one thing that's a little bit risky about being on a platform versus a Samus. If they're in position for this forward air that hits with all 5 hits or 6 hits or whatever it is, your shield is gone. It's actually good. I don't know if he got shield poked or if he dropped his shield intentionally, but I encourage you to drop your shield in that situation, because Samus doesn't get a follow-up on non-spacies ever with that forward air. It's just damage. So just DI out of it immediately, and, you know, you take your percent, and you don't get hit with anything else. They trade there. You know, he baited out the early up B by threatening to go to the ledge and then wave dashing away. And yeah, even if Hugs had tried to drop down to the ledge, he would have gotten hit there. He gets the Thunder, which is good. So the thing that Axe could have done here, if he really wanted that Thunder to hit, he could have done it. He could have done the Thunder later. He would have died. He actually would have died for sure. I don't know. Just the second Thunder in general, he's just clearly very, very in the mindset of, I need to get damage. I need to hit. I need to kill him. And he tries to do, you know, the jump under and do the tries to jump under Battlefield and do the sweet spot that way. It doesn't work. There's no way that Hugs could have gotten down there in time to punish him, so I wish he had just done up and then down left. There's no reason not to here. He was never gonna threaten hitting Hugs with an up air either. The whole thing it was a bad idea, and you know, he died for it. So that's this set. Just pretty convincingly outplayed by Hugs, honestly. But I don't think he was doing awful things. He was using the platforms decently well. I think he wasn't, you know, it wasn't part of his game plan, I think, is the issue. When he went to platform, it was because Hugs kind of forced him off of the main platform. And, you know, he was getting a lot of mileage out of it when he came down, but it wasn't part of his game plan, so he wasn't using it more. And then also throughout the entire set, he just wasn't going for grabs at all. He went for, I think he went for one grab, and it was the one that he actually hit. So that's the set. Thank you for watching. Please do, if you're interested in more videos, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want to watch live content, there should be a link to our Twitch channel in the description. There should also be a link to our Facebook group in the description. You can also just search Pikachu Melee RD or Pikachu Melee R and D, and it should come up. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.